Naz Reid.
Naz Reid, that's it.
2 words. Naz Reid.
Boom, boom, bow.
This is just the beginning for me.
This season, the Minnesota Timberwolves have been involved in a bunch of positive narratives as they begin to emerge as one of the premier teams in the competition. But no story has been bigger for the Wolves than that of the ascension of Naz Reid from an undrafted prodigy to an NBA icon. Naz Reid's tale demonstrates the ability to grab the smallest chance and not look back. In a league brimming with high-profile stories, his path stands out as a welcome reminder that real talent may emerge from the most unexpected places. Naz Reid, born Nazon Hilton Reid, grew up in Asbury Park, New Jersey, where football was the primary sport in his household. However, Reid found his affinity for basketball in middle school and immediately made the switch. By the time Reid had chosen basketball as his main sport and decided to give up football, he had grown into a 5-star prospect. As he arrived at Roselle Catholic High School, 247 Sports ranked the young prodigy as the 22nd best prospect in his class. His unconventional playing style, which combined his towering size with guard-like abilities, piqued the interest of Louisiana State University, where he committed to play collegiate basketball. Reid had an instant impact in his one season as a Tiger, guiding his team to the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16 while averaging 13.6 points and 7.2 rebounds per game. It was after this that he decided to declare for the 2019 NBA draft. Despite his respectable season for LSU, Reid's route to the NBA was not without obstacles. At the 2019 NBA Combine, his weight of 256 pounds and body fat percentage of 14% prompted concerns as he was the only player with a percentage higher than 10%. Surprisingly, as a result, Reid went undrafted on draft night. This is not how things were meant to go for the LSU alumni, and suddenly, the greatest night of his life was quickly becoming the worst. But in the coming days, Naz Reid was thrown a lifeline by the Minnesota Timberwolves, who saw promise in the young player and signed him to a 2-way deal. Naz's first experience in the NBA came during his rookie season, when he spent the first half of the year with the Timberwolves G League affiliate, the Iowa Wolves. He shined in 16 games, averaging over 18 points and 10 rebounds, ultimately earning himself a call-up to the main team. Once again, Reid took advantage of his 30-game chance at NBA level, scoring 9 points and 4 rebounds per game while securing a position in the Timberwolves rotation. He continued to progress in his second NBA season, elevating his scoring average to 11 points per game on an amazing 52.3% field goal percentage, despite playing just 19 minutes. Once again, he was moving up the rotation ladder for Minnesota.
Got his own. Driving and throwing it down.
But in Reid's third season, he saw a modest drop in output, which had coaches and fans alike wondering about his development and potential as an impactful player in the league. Well, these doubts were quickly put to the side, as it was in his 4th year that he fully shined. Reid was handed longer minutes in November when Karl Anthony Towns was out with a left calf injury, and he took full advantage of the situation. He demonstrated his offensive prowess during a crucial stretch of the season when the Timberwolves battled for a playoff spot, scoring 26 points against the Atlanta Hawks, 23 points in a must-win game against the Golden State Warriors, and 18 points in just 20 minutes against the Sacramento Kings. Unfortunately, Reid's breakthrough season was cut short when he broke his wrist while trying to dunk on Bismack Biyombo. Despite the setback, Reid returned for his 5th NBA season and is having the finest season of his career, averaging a career-high 13.5 points per game. He has developed into a very efficient scorer, shooting 50.8% from the field, 40% from 3, and 92% from the free throw line, joining the elite 50-40-90 club. Surprisingly, he is achieving this despite playing just 22 minutes per game, sharing the front court behind 2 star centers in Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns. Reid's unusual skill set and adaptability have caught the attention of not only his teammates, but also his opponents. After a game against the Mavs, Luka Doncic applauded the big man's impact, adding, "I think there was one X factor, Naz Reid. He's an incredible player, man, and he hurt us today."
McDaniels, kick out, Reid, 3-ball, corner pocket.
The Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch also highlighted Reid's ability to flourish within the flow of the offense without the necessity for special plays tailored to him. Teammate Austin Reeves also voiced his amazement at Reid's ability, noting, "I had no idea until I played here that he was this talented, but I knew in training camp after the first day. I phoned my father, and I called a whole lot of people this season. I was thinking, this man is a big-time player, like a starting five." Rivers' statement reveals just how much potential Naz Reid has, despite his outstanding performance this season.
Abdia blocked.
Reid's profile in the league had been rather subdued. This could be due to the Timberwolves previously having a lack of exposure on national television, a problem that has since passed thanks to Minnesota's impressive season and lovable players like Anthony Edwards.
Over to Reid, finding Edwards, driving.
Oh, get out the way!
There was a point at the back end of the season where Naz Reid was placed 11th in FanDuel's 6 Man of the Year odds at plus 5,000, which was just dumb considering his significance to the Timberwolves' winning ways. But sure enough, the undrafted sensation went on to win the 6 Man of the Year honors as the Timberwolves booked their spot in the playoffs. One of the most remarkable parts of Reid's ascent to stardom is his significant influence on the Timberwolves fan base. His degree of praise and reverence is practically unparalleled, with followers often talking to each other by simply stating Naz Reid as an inside joke. This cult-like devotion was not lost on the team's ownership, as Alex Rodriguez and Mark Law saw the necessity of keeping Reid and agreed to a team-friendly 3-year, $42 million deal with a player option. The Timberwolves' choice to prioritize retaining Reid in Minnesota demonstrates how much they appreciate his services on and off the court. His distinct playing style and personality have won him over the fans, who see him as an icon within the Wolves movement. Beyond his effect on the Timberwolves, Reid's narrative exemplifies his tenacity and the capacity to overcome hardship. As an undrafted free agent, he endured a difficult struggle to establish himself in the NBA, only given small chances, but his ability to make the most of these opportunities have resulted in his overwhelming success, turning him into a vital asset for the Timberwolves. Reid's story serves as a reminder that just because you are overlooked initially doesn't mean you are done. If there is still a chance to make it happen, even a tiny one, you must grab it by the horns and make it yours. As Reid's game evolves and grows, the basketball world will definitely be taking note, especially as the Timberwolves continue to put the league on notice. His unique combination of stature, talent, and agility, along with his personality and team-first attitude, have made him a fan favorite in Minnesota. After sweeping the Phoenix Suns in 4 games, the Wolves continued their postseason form, with not many teams looking forward to match up against them. As they continue their deep playoff run, we get to watch the impact and energy that Naz Reid brings to the team, providing that tenacity off the bench that can more often or not sway the balance of the game. If you like keeping up with basketball's young stars, then you'll love what we have in store for you. Join us next time as we look at another up-and-coming NBA wonder kid.
Just checked in, Naz Reid, right down Beale Street.